Welcome back to Table for One, the series for solo cooks who want to make their meals extra special. Today we are making my favourite dessert of all time, the humble apple crumble. This is my absolute favourite crumble recipe. It has the perfect ratio of fruit to crumble and the perfect ratio of starch to crispiness. I just love it and I think you will too, so this is how we make it. So apple crumble is my favourite dessert of all time, and I will die on the hill that a school dinner apple crumble is the best apple crumble out there. It's definitely not the fanciest, it's probably not the most interesting in terms of flavour, but it is the most comforting. I think it has the perfect ratio of fruit to crumble. It's unbeatable if you ask me, and I'm going to show you how to make my ultimate single serve apple crumble. So we're starting off with one apple. This is a brownie apple and I'm just going to peel it and chop it up into tiny 1 centimetre pieces. We're going to be baking this apple crumble in this tiny little mini cocotte, which is the perfect size for crumble for one. If you don't have this, you could use a small pie dish, but anything slightly deeper is a little bit better. You just want to try a little bit of your apple to see how sweet it is. I already know that this is going to be slightly tart, but sweet enough that I don't need to add any sugar, but depending on the apple variety that you use, you might want to add sugar, or if it's a really, really sweet apple, you could add a little bit of lemon juice. I'm just going to add a tiny splash of water which will help soften the apples as they cook. Then apples can just stay there for one moment while we make our crumble. So a crumble is made of 3 ingredients: sugar, flour and butter. And the ratio isn't dissimilar to that of a shortbread, which is why it has that same signature, really buttery, crumbly taste and texture. So we are going to start with 20 grams of sugar, then 30 grams of butter and 40 grams of flour. So super easy to remember: 1 apple, 20 sugar, 30 butter and 40 flour. So easy, you can make this whenever because you can remember that recipe. So I won't lie, your butter is meant to be quite cold just to help create that crumbly texture. Mine is a little bit warm because it's a warm day today, but it's fine. It might just be slightly more difficult to work with, but you'll still be able to create a beautiful sandy crumble. So you just want to pick up the flour and the butter and the sugar. You just want to rub it between your fingers, gently pressing it together and shaking it through to get this beautiful sandy crumb. Then all that's left to do is top the apple with the crumble, and my favourite way to do this is to do it in 2 layers. So the first layer I'm going to press down into the apple, and then the second layer I'm just going to scatter over the top and keep it a little bit looser. And the reason for this is because it results in my favourite crumble, which is a slightly stodgy, sticky layer of crumble where it touches the fruit, but then a really golden, crunchy, crisp crumble on the top. It's the best of all the worlds, and this is the best way to achieve it. This is done. It was so easy to put together, and it's going to go into the oven for 30 minutes until gloriously golden on the top. My crumble is cooked, and now it's time for toppings. Today I'm going warm crumble and cold ice cream because it feels a little bit more summery than warm custard. I just don't think crumble gets any better than this. This is the perfect single serve dessert for one, and the perfect way to spend a beautiful evening in by myself. This is a test of the microphone.
Oh no, wait.
Woo! Cold crumble is for psychopaths.
Don't look out the window.